Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing okay. I decided to just do a spontaneous video. While I get ready, I'm going to go to a coffee shop and do some work there. And if I'm a little bit awkward, hopefully I won't be for long. It's because somebody is just right below me and I feel a bit embarrassed if they can hear me. Hopefully I can up this when I'm editing, up my volume, but hopefully you can hear me. How are you all doing? How is January just seems to be going on and on and on. I mean, time always flies by, but January, I'm really feeling it this year. I can't believe we're still in January. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna get ready. I thought I'll do my makeup. Never done this in my life, to do my makeup while I'm talking. I'm not very good at multitasking, so I don't know how this is gonna go. But before I start doing the makeup, because I will probably be bad at multitasking, I just wanted to share that I think a lot of us probably have the same thing where after Christmas we may have crashed or just not feeling as great as. Well, it depends. Let me know how you feel after Christmas, please, in the comments. I'm really curious to know. And I definitely didn't feel myself up until last week. And I had a consultation with Jeremy last week. And I was saying to him how, oh, I'm not feeling that great. I want something more. And afterwards I was thinking, I'm still a lot better. And I kind of wish I hadn't said that to him, because now he's looking into what else he can add to my protocol. I mean, that's great, but I have to say, in the last few days I've had so much energy that I didn't know what to do with myself. And I wanted to share that with you because I feel it can only be a combination of one or the other of a few things. So I wanted to share that with you. Let me start putting makeup on because I'll be here forever otherwise. A lot of times when I am filming, I will put some concealer and foundation on. And so this is LA Girl, and they have so many shades, so it's really good for every, like, you can find every skin tone shade with them. They're great and they're so cheap and affordable. And then, so that's my concealer, and this is my foundation, which is a Bourjois, and I don't remember how many shades they have, but this has worked well for me. And before, I used to use the concealer in areas and the foundation. If I was either on YouTube, sometimes, a lot of times you see I don't do it, and or if I'm going out in the evening or somewhere special, I will definitely put foundation on and primer before that, but I don't have my primer on me here. But yeah, I skip it on every day, so none of this is going to come on me now. So I'm not going to do that. My daughter bought me two things at, well, amongst other things, at Christmas. And one of them was this INKEY Tripeptide Plumping Lip Balm. I used this for a few days in a row, and I'm happy with my bottom lip, but I wanted some plumping on my top lip, and it worked. It worked so much, I was scared it was going to become too much, so I stopped. But I'm going to restart because it has gone down again. I think it's still, I was looking in the mirror, I think it's still fuller than it used to be, but I'm going to start using it again. And then she got me this BYOMA Liptide Girl lip oil, which apparently, I forget what it does exactly, to do with some balance. So it basically brings out the natural color of your lips. So that's nice, but I'm not using any of that, so I don't know why I'm mentioning it. All I'm going to do today is put some eye makeup on, maybe a bit of blush or bronzer and a lipstick. It's going to be very, very simple. Also, this is great for frizz. I have a big one of these, and my daughter bought me a mini one, which I put in my bag now for emergencies. Yeah, if I feel like I need to, if I look at myself and think, look at all this frizz, and if a cute guy passes by. That's my plan anyway. So I'm going to put a tiny bit at the bottom of my hair. Hands are going to get greasy for the make. Well, yeah, I'll do this after actually. It's going to get greasy. Oh, lastly, this is from Shavata, where I go and get my eyebrows done once in a while. And this is almost like a highlighter. When you put it up here, it really makes your eyes open up. But I don't have a sharpener. I have a couple of sharpeners, but none of them work well enough for this. So I have to find one to sharpen it. It's so amazing. Okay, so why do I suddenly have a lot of energy? Like I did before when I first started my protocol. Because ever since I started my protocol, a year, 2 years ago, a year ago, I don't know. I was great most of the time, but I did have 2 or 3 crashes. But actually, I wouldn't even call the last one a crash. The one in the summer was definitely a crash. So probably that was my biggest crash since I've been on the protocol. But it was still much better than my old crashes because I was still able to do some things. But anyway, let's go forward to now. See, I told you I can't multitask. Let me start with, what do I start with? Eye makeup. Okay, so I might put a bit of eyeshadow, eyeliner, and mascara. That's what I'm gonna do. I love this eyeshadow pumpkin, Too Faced Pumpkin Spice. This came out a few years ago, and I asked my mom and daughter as one of my birthday presents that year. And the white one is completely almost gone, but there's such lovely autumnal colors, but I'm using them at the moment. I always like putting the white first around the corner of my eyes. You guys didn't expect this, did you? I didn't expect this. I didn't know I was doing this until 10 minutes ago. But hey, why not? So yeah, I'm just going to put a little bit. I'm not going to go crazy because I'm just going to go sit in a coffee shop and do some work. And then I might put a bit of either that one or that one. That's way glittery. I think I'll do this one. And some of these colors are really pigmented. Yeah. And when I do eyeshadow, I take it up a little bit because I have, what is that called? I forgot the name. I'll write it down. Whatever that is, where my eyes are, I don't have much eyelids, they droop, whatever it's called, I can't think. Anyway, that's it. I'm not big on doing makeup, especially through a viewfinder. Viewfinder. I told you I can't multitask. Okay, so I was thinking, this is hard. How do YouTubers do this? I was thinking, why do I suddenly have all this energy? I'm talking about not being able to sleep. I called up a friend and said, hey, at 10 o'clock at night, 2 nights ago, I said, hey, I just can't just lie down. Do you want to go for a walk? And we went for a long walk in the freezing weather, and that helped me sleep. But then I woke up at about 3:45, like, yeah, in the morning. Anyway, so I think eyelash curlers, move away if you find this kind of thing, I don't know, gross. A lot of women know what this is, but if you're a guy, you might think, oh my god, what's she doing? It looks like torture, but it's not. And the best eyelash mascara that I use is, was it Estee Lauder? No, Lancome. But the samples are better than the real thing, but I still buy them. But I had to buy this mascara like on the day because I was on a YouTube interview. I'll tell you about that in a minute. And yeah, so I had to just go into Sainsbury's and just get their makeup section. This is good, but the thing is, I can't really see well here because I'm not looking in a mirror, I'm looking in the phone. So I'm scared of hurting myself. I'm not going to do more than that. It is X Volume from Rimmel. I don't think it's that great. It's not bad, and if you keep layering it gets better, but it's not my favorite. That's it, guys, and I'm just going to put some bronzer. This I've had for 50 million years. Where is it from? I can't even read where it's from anymore, and I keep saying I need to buy one. I'll treat myself to one day, maybe in the summer. Oops. And I'll put a bit of blush. This is Bourjois as well, even though we can't read it because it's old as well. I know we shouldn't really use old makeup, but hey. And just give me a bit of, this is all to give me a bit of color and blushy things. And lastly, lipstick. I'm gonna go for my usual. Sorry, I gotta look at the mirror, guys. Oh, do I? Hold on. Well, I look really made up. I haven't done much. It's the lipstick. And that is, can't think what it is. Can you read it? I'll put it in the description. It's hard to tell. Okay, now I can actually speak because I can't multitask, obviously. Oh, should I put some oil as well? Yeah, so I wondered what was it that was making, what has made the difference? And I think it's a number of things. I think one thing is that the Christmas craziness has finished. I mean, the aftermath of it, where I had less energy and I didn't feel great. Because I've also been doing a bit of work here and there, and I started doing work like straight after the Christmas holidays, and I should have had a break. Now I realize how I should make sure that I have breaks after big things like that. Anyway, so one of the things was that kind of like mini crash thing after Christmas is over, so I feel back to my normal self when I don't overdo it. And then the other thing is that pre-Christmas, I want you guys to hear me, pre-Christmas and during Christmas, I wasn't eating as well as I could have been. I think I had all my supplements, but I wasn't doing the diet part as well at all. Also, for a couple of months, I noticed that my whole body, face, everything was just bloated. And as soon as I ate something, it would bloat no matter what. And I just went like 2 sizes up. And then, you know, I'd go down the next day. And then as soon as I ate something, I'd bloat again. And sometimes it would continue and I wouldn't go down. It would just continue like for a week or something. And it was really bothersome because it felt uncomfortable, and I didn't like the fact that I didn't feel like I was in my body, because it was like this bloat was covering my body. It was very strange. So the last week I started eating better, in the sense that I started putting more of what I should be eating with my protocol back into my diet. But another thing I did was, I have all these allergies, and there's like levels of them, and I also have intolerances. So Jeremy and I, when we did talk in our last session, I'm still waiting for his protocol, so I'll let you guys know an update on that. But when we were talking, we were thinking, he was saying, and my daughter had already said this to me, and I wasn't really thinking about it, but the lower allergies, where if I'm having, like, say I have a low allergy to rice and a low allergy to meat or something, but then I'm eating rice often, or I'm eating it with the meat, you know, it all adds up and it becomes a bigger allergy. So I said to myself, okay, I'm going to see how this goes. I'm going to cut off all the allergies, even when they're like really small ones. I think I told you guys about my allergies when I did that other allergy test, but that allergy test turned out not to be an accurate one. So this is the York test. And as far as food goes, my medium reaction, which I was avoiding, was crab, wheat, hazelnut. Then my low reaction was almond, shrimp, meat mix as in pork, beef, chicken, lamb, cod, rice, soya, peanuts, salmon, and milk. So I have allergies in all of these, but some of them were higher. So I cut out all of this, and you guys know that I've cut out wheat anyway, and I cut out soya as well. But sometimes when you have a gluten-free cracker or biscuit or whatever, and sometimes they'll use rice flour, and there have been times where I've just been forced to do that. But I never actually ate rice, apart from I think twice in the last year. Yeah, but I stopped eating shrimp even though I love it, and stuff like that. And then I had intolerances, which, wow, it's a long list, so I'm only going to tell you. Okay, the high reactive ones are cow's milk and egg yolk, and the borderline is wheat. And then there are others that are lower, just under borderline, which I feel still affect me. And there are things like yeast, sesame seed, gluten, cocoa bean. Oops, I do have cocoa still. Wow, some crazy ones, but that's fine. So anyway, I made sure that I stopped having the rice in these packets and all sorts of things. And I was having a lot of peanut butter, and that was in somewhere in that list. And after a couple of days, my bloatness has gone. It's wonderful because I can see what my body is really like. And I'd like to see what my body is like, to see if I lose too much weight or if I gain weight, too much weight. Now I can actually tell that it's weight rather than bloatness. So that's really useful for me, and also I can fit into my clothes more comfortably. So that's one thing. And I think, you know, when you have allergies, that is inflammation. So I think that bloat is inflammation. So whenever I say inflammation, it sounds like information because of my nose. So I keep trying to articulate it. Inflammation. Yeah, so bloating will be inflammation, and you know that with Sjogren's, a lot of we're always trying to get rid of our inflammation. So I think that that must be a huge reason why I am feeling so much better. And I'm thinking that's probably why the protocol also worked so well for me for quite a while, because I was really sticking to the diet that Jeremy gave me. And the point is, I think that's one reason why my energy has come back. Well, like I feel like a normal person-ish. I know if I do too much I won't, but you know, an average kind of doing normal things. That was one thing. Well, yeah, eating well, again, and taking away my allergens. And also, I don't know if this has anything to do with it. I'm going to find the bottle. I don't know why I've kept it, because I just took a picture of it so I can throw it away now. This, right. Because I felt better the day after I drank this. I drank this in the evening. And I looked at the ingredients, right? I'm not saying this is the only thing. I feel like what I've just told you, so I think there's a number of things. The Christmas crash, post-Christmas crash going away, not eating anything I'm allergic to, duh, and getting back on my better protocol diet, making sure that I always have my supplements, making sure that I don't overdo it when I do something, that I know when to stop before it becomes too much. So I can do quite a bit, and then I could carry on, but I stop, so that, because if I carry on and then carry on the next day and carry on the next day, I know that's going to affect me. I presume it is. So knowing when to stop, which has taken years to figure out. Okay, so it has multicultures, you know, that are good for your gut, which that is good for a lot of things. That could be a whole episode. Video in itself. I can't read this. Bifidobacterium. Yeah, I can't get my glasses, they're over there. But yeah, I don't know how you pronounce it, but bifidobacterium. Hopefully you guys can see it. Oh, I'll put it in the link below. Anyway, I googled this. I just thought, let's see, like, what does it do? Long story short, it said that this these things modulate autoimmune. So I was like, okay, I might have more of this. I don't know. I don't know. So I just thought I'd tell you guys about it. You never know. So what I'm gonna do is, it was expensive for just one drink, but it was delicious. It tastes like a strawberry milkshake. Yeah, it's dairy free, and what else was I gonna say? It's kefir, but dairy free kefir. But yeah, it was. I can't remember how much it was, but it was probably near to £3. I can't. I certainly can't have a £3 drink every day, but maybe I'll treat myself to it twice a week or something. I don't know. Have you guys tried it? What do you guys think? So yeah, if you guys haven't had an allergy test yet, I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Because if you're allergic to things and you're eating them, you're causing inflammation, and that is going to make your Sjogren symptoms worse. So I do highly recommend it. I'm just going to take this opportunity also to tell you that what I am trying to do is I am going to have something like on this channel, a series called Wellness Wednesdays, and I think it's going to be probably once a month, and then hopefully as I get more people on, it could be every 3 weeks. And what I'm gonna, the Wellness Wednesdays is just going to be different people talking about different things that might help one's wellness, not necessarily Sjogren's, but just general health. So I'm going to have people on, but in some ways, like the first person I'm going to have on, we are meeting up in February, and she does forest bathing. And for me, you guys know that nature is a big part of my healing. It really helps me because it de-stresses me, but it also does a lot of other things, and she will explain all that. So for example, she will be on, and I have a few other people, and so watch out for that. If we're meeting in February, so I will have that on the channel on a Wednesday in February. And then I'm gonna have, what am I calling that one? I just decided yesterday. Sjogren's Saturday. Yeah. And with Sjogren's Saturday, I am going to have people on who are solely Sjogren's. And that will probably be every 2 to 3 weeks. I'm not sure. It just depends how many people I can get on. And on that one, I will have people who have Sjogren's come and talk on the channel. So if you would like to be on the channel and talk about your experience with Sjogren's, please either message me on, I've got it in the description, rahadreams@gmail.com, if you would like to be on the channel, and we can do a Zoom video. I'm doing one again in February with someone who has Sjogren's, who also has a YouTube channel on Sjogren's. So that would be my first one. But also I have written to people who are experts, dentists about dry mouth, opticians about dry eyes, and I want to get even more people on board. None of these people have got back to me yet, but I'm giving them another week, and then I'm just going to then go and ask another specialist. Like, I'm sure that I will find somebody out there who could talk about these things. And yeah, and I just thought that might be more exciting and more informative for you guys, rather than me just babbling on, which I will still do. But yeah, so I'm gonna have Wellness Wednesdays and Sjogren Saturdays. They won't be every week, but we will get into a pattern. I am going to sign off now, sending everybody lots of love, and please say hi in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. It just would make me feel like I'm not just talking into my phone. I'd love some conversation, and then others can converse as well in the comments. And Yeah. Okay, guys, I just sending you all my love, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Bye.